Welcome friends, thanks for clicking on the video. So today we're going to be diving into a short film that I did almost 10 years ago. It'll be 10 years in October. And for those who haven't watched the short film yet and you want to watch it uninterrupted, go ahead and click the link up here, or I'll put it in the description below for you as well. The SyFy channel was having a contest, and the contest was you had to have a monster shown in your short film. So they supplied you with the sound effects and the music. So all you had to do was create the short film based around a monster using their effects and music. So this was my take. I had no budget on it. I asked a couple buddies to help me out with it, and this is what I did. You know, it's kind of the go-to thing to do as a filmmaker when you have no budget, is to do like the found footage style, because that style people usually forgive you for having obviously shaky camera, no audio, you know, proper audio lighting and things like that. My short film is called Creature. There's really have been no name for it, but I've just called it The Creature, and it's just found monster footage. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Real names of the real actors. Yep.
Alright, this is day one.
This actor is JT, or Johnny Calloway. He was one of my film teachers at the First Institute in Orlando, Florida. Awesome guy. I love him, and he was a great teacher. He actually ended up going on to doing some bigger films. He was like a location manager. He is now a bounty hunter, which is pretty awesome. So I asked him if he wanted to work the camera. He was all about it. I had like a little Sony Handycam. It was like a high 8, you know, it was recorded on film tape. What was funny is it had night vision on it, and this was where the whole bit came about. Was I was able to shoot at night, you know, with the night vision, because that's what I wanted. It had that cool look, so I wanted to utilize that kind of effect that's on the camera. He spent the night, and we did this overnight, so this is pretty cool.
Jay and Kevin's camping adventure. Kev, what's going on over there, man?
Eating my beans. So this is Kevin Nicholas. Kevin Nicholas, him and I go way back. He's one of my great friends. I haven't talked to him in a while. We're in the middle of a phone tag right now, and it's my turn, and I haven't called him back. But Kevin, look at this shot. Kevin Nicholas, we became friends freshman year in high school. Great friend of mine, one of my best friends. He's been in a couple other things of mine, which hopefully I'll get into with you guys and ladies. This is Kevin, and JT actually brought in, so let me set the scene for you real quick as we stare at Kevin eating beans. Kevin is actually eating like dehydrated beans that, you know, the military use. So they're like those dehydrated packs or whatever they're called. I'm sorry if I'm getting it wrong. JT brought some beans out. We heated them up in the fire. I actually dug out a pit. So where I lived was out in the middle of nowhere. My parents own about 3 acres of property in Belleview. Just outside of the fence, we like hopped the little fence just away from the house because we didn't want the lights in the background. I pitched a tent behind Kevin and JT. I dug a hole out. I made an actual fire, so like the lighting you see is actually from the fire itself. Super authentic. And what was funny too is I was actually sitting inside the tent listening to everything. So this is all like one take basically. We did this a couple times. So Johnny brought his beans. He heated them up for Kevin, and Kevin's eating the beans.
You look a little down. What's up?
You know I'm down. Well, you kind of took me out here.
Because of Sarah.
Thanks. You sound so happy about it.
Hey, bro, listen. There's many, many fish in the sea.
You've been since ninth grade.
I'm going to Stetson, bro.
I thought he was about to lose it right there. Let's back it up a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
You've been since ninth grade.
I'm going to Stetson, bro.
Yeah, she's not.
So what? You hear that? So what's up?
Get back to the
So JT switches to the night vision effect here because he wanted to see what was out there. It's really hard to hear, but there was actually like a little noise that was going on. But yeah.
I swear something's out there. It's probably like a fox or something. What the?
I timed that perfectly. So this is the money shot of the whole thing. So I wanted a big reveal of the monster. So it was JT like, hey, what was that? What's over there? And then boom, like classic, something's there, jump scare kind of a thing. So this is Lucas Demeraux. He's another great friend of mine. I'm actually filming his wedding in October. So Lucas, if you're watching, I'll see you in October, buddy. I bought this mask for like $90. I think he was wearing some sort of like cloak or like one piece. I don't know if it came with the mask or not. I can't quite remember. But you can kind of see right here, where his like real neck is, because the mask only just came up under here. And it actually came with gloves too, so which you'll see in a minute. I got After Effects. I got a free 30-day trial, and I spent like a week perfecting this effect. And basically the effect was opening his mouth, widening the eyes, and obviously adding in the sound effect that SyFy supplied you. Let's see if I can move this. Let me move it back a little bit.
Fox or something. What the?
So, yeah, that was the money shot. Oh, there it is right there. You can kind of tell, like, I stretched the footage here. I dropped down the mouth a little bit so we emitted that sound. I widened the eyes. And Kevin is supposed to be dead. You couldn't see it, so we were shooting in at night, and night vision is kind of like black and white. What Kevin had in his mouth was like a syrup. It was like a dark syrup, and you couldn't really see it here, but he like drops, and like the syrup bleeds out of his mouth. But yeah, anyway, so this is the money shot here, and it came out pretty well, I think, adding in the sound effects. The sound effects I could have blended a little bit better, but I think it came out pretty well. And then I didn't want to linger on it too much, so I added in the sound effect was so high pitched that it was distorting the camera footage. So that's what you're going to see right here. So that was me. So I was in the background. So the whole thing was Johnny leaves, he runs away, he drops the camera, and he just bolts, right? And so the monster like saunters out, but the whole thing was like he teleports to JT, and then he chucks JT back to the campsite. And a lot of people didn't understand that. Some people may have, but I don't think a lot of people did. But so I was in the background like doing because Johnny was holding the camera, and then he like fell in front of it, which is you're about to see here. And so the shot was basically supposed to be the monster gets JT, throws JT back to the campsite, falls in front of the camera, and that's what this is. But that was me going, ah! Oh, I was trying to grab it. Let's see if I can get it. There it is. So there's the hands. That actually looks really good, actually. That looks awesome. So those were the gloves that came with the mask. So again, that's the sound effect that came with the package, the kit. And the whole thing was he was like gonna pull him away and like eat his brains or whatever that monster was supposed to be doing. And yes, I'm watching this from our YouTube channel. This was awesome. I loved shooting this. I was shooting with my friends. I've always wanted to do a horror film because I grew up on horror films, so I wanted to do something like that, and to do something with like a creature was pretty cool too. It was just a good time. I mean, it was hot. It was October. I think we shot it in August or September to submit it for October. And I think, so this is all improvised, but I think that the whole story was he was taking him on a camping trip to get over a breakup or something like that. So that was kind of like the outline I gave them, and they just ran with everything else. And they did a great job. I liked it. They did an awesome job. It was pretty believable. Kevin almost loses it here, but he recovered. So the whole thing was when you finished the film, you posted it on YouTube, and then you sent them the link, and then they watched it on YouTube. I ended up getting like 1,200 views on it, and which isn't bad. I was pretty happy with it. It came out great. I had fun with my friends. I tried something new. Like I never shot with night vision before, and this came out pretty well. So I guess when I say it's a no budget film, I mean I spent about $100 on it. Just spending money on the outfit here, the mask and everything. JT knows how to die, I'll tell you that. He had a good little gurgling sound in his throat there. That was my short film. It's called Creature. I had a lot of fun doing it with my friends. JT, if you're watching, man, you and I go way back. I had a great time learning from you. We worked together a couple times, a few times, and I had an awesome time. So thank you for all of your knowledge. Thank you for kind of mentoring me a little bit. And Kevin, if you're watching, man, I'll call you soon. Lucas, I'll see you in October. What did I learn? I learned that you don't need a budget. You don't need, high-tech equipment to produce anything. Like, just go out and do something. Like, get your friends, get anybody who's like willing to do something with you, and just shoot. Like I said, we shot on a high-8 film camcorder, and it turned out pretty well. Had night vision, and just whatever you have available to you, write stories around that. Just get out and shoot. And that's what I did here. I had a great time with these guys. I loved every minute of it. Again, I did this for a contest. Nothing came of it, but a lot came of it, which is, I'm happy with it because I had a good time. I learned a lot. So that's my Creature video. I hope you all enjoyed it. So stay tuned next time for another reaction video of mine.